Andrew McCART, IFL TV in association with MTK Global. I'm here in Las Vegas. With me I've got Mauricio Sulaimán, president of the WBC. Mauricio, been in this little room you've got here, it's like a WBC convention. They've got every single belt. Before I pan the camera around, we're going to go down there. You've got every single, well, it looks like every single belt, WBC belt from the decades. I just want to, if you can, just take me along these and show me each belt as we go along.
Sure, we're very happy to be here at the WBC Lounge. Cynthia Conte and Nancy Rodriguez put this concept together. So we wanted to show the history of the WBC belt. This is the first edition which was used in the 1970s. Before, the belts were not given to the fighter. They were just something that you present in the ring and then you use it for the next fight. And the WBC instituted that practice was giving the belt for the fighter to keep. Then the second version is the Adidas belt. It was produced.
Oh, the Adidas, yeah, you can see it.
Adidas used to make those belts, and it's when it became the iconic green in the 1970s, the late 70s, early 80s. As you can see, Sugar Ray Leonard, Muhammad Ali had this green belt as well, the Adidas one. In the early 80s, we changed the design, adding the flags around the logo. And this is a belt that in the 80s Mike Tyson captured, and Sugar Ray, Tommy Hearns, Hagler, so many of the fighters with this design.
Legends of the sport. Right.
Legends of the sport. This design carried on until the year 2000, when the new design came with 3 layers of flags and a much more complex design.
It sort of sticks out a little bit.
It sticks out. It's very much more. This leather comes from Italy. It's the same as the Ferrari that they use in the cars. Wow. And we instituted the ceramics with Muhammad Ali, Joe Louis, and the current champion on both sides.
Both sides, yeah.
Then, in the late 2000s, the new design of the WBC logo comes into place. It's a different, much more modern design of the fighter. 3 layers, more flags, and we instituted the 6 ceramics. When my father passed away, we added his picture along with Muhammad Ali, and then on each division you have the best champion, the 2 best champions in the history of that weight category, and then the current champion. And this is the latest and the current version of the belt. Basically the same. The change is the logo with the Ukrainian flag added to the official WBC logo.
Well, you've got one more belt, which seems to be big enough for Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. I mean, it's some size of a belt.
That's the size of a belt for the gigantic fight that is taking place this Saturday night. The rematch with Wilder and Fury is going to be a fight for the ages, and we're just very happy to be part of it.
Well, let's talk about that fight a little bit more. Bob Arum yesterday said he hasn't seen a fight this size or like this since 1971, Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier. Do you agree with what Bob Arum said?
Well, Bob Arum is a promoter of the ages, and he's been involved in some of the greatest events in history, and if he says so, then it's a feeling that brings such a gigantic event. Both undefeated, both of the same size, both really want to get into the ring to settle the score after a draw. So it's a gigantic fight.
There's also talk there's a rematch clause. I don't know if it's an immediate rematch clause, but can we see a trilogy with these guys? I mean, the first fight was thrilling. I'm assuming as a fan, as a journalist as well, that this fight's going to be almost similar to the first fight. But are you hoping for a third fight? Do you want to see a third fight between these 2 guys?
I always like to see the first come. You know, today is a rematch. Let's see how it goes. Let's enjoy, let's celebrate it.
Definitely, yeah.
To anticipate and go beyond what's happening first, it's not good. Let's wait and see and enjoy it. Enjoy the moment.
Who's going to, I know, being that I am from the UK side of things, I've got to talk about Dillian Whyte. He's been managed for this title for so long and whatnot. Is there going to be something in place? I know you said it was February 2021 for the mandatory shot.
Yeah, unfortunately he had an issue with UCAD with an adverse finding, which set everything back for a prolonged time. We did an interim title fight to to attend to his situation, to the mandatory position, but then this happened. So this rematch is taking place, and the WBC ruled at the convention that Dillian Whyte, if he was cleared from UCAT and the British Boxing Board of Control, would be the mandatory, would be confirmed as interim champion and mandatory for the time, which is February 2021, because this rematch is a mandatory fight.
Can we not get that pushed forward a little bit into this year, knowing that obviously the winner of this fight, obviously there's probably Anthony Joshua waiting for him for the unification fight, but if that fight doesn't come along, could we see maybe Andrew push forward into 2020?
If they negotiated, yes, but the mandate is a process in which promoters are mandated to negotiate.
Yes.
So that mandate cannot be put forward. Yeah.
I want to ask as well, I mean, our very own Luke Campbell, it looks like he's going to be fighting for a WBC world title.
Yes.
He's popular back home in the UK. He's fighting, I think it looks like it's going to be Javier Fortuna. I don't know if you got any...
Javier Fortuna, yes.
Is that any dates or anything like that we can see?
Well, we ordered that fight. There were negotiations and they reached an agreement. So we canceled the purse bid. We're waiting for the details of the site and the date.
I want to touch, stay on the lightweight division, obviously Luke Campbell. If all going well for Luke Campbell or Javier Fortuna, if he wins the belt, he's the WBC champion, but you do have like the franchise champion Lomachenko and the champion in recess, which is Devin Haney. When Devin Haney comes back, is he still WBC champion and Luke Campbell who have Javier Fortuna, they go down the interim, or?
Thank you for the opportunity to talk about this. The franchise situation is a concept.
Yeah.
And it has been questioned in terms of its
got
purpose.
Fans talking. It's certainly got loads of fans talking about the franchise situation. Yeah.
This is a new era. We have to adjust to the new times. So the WBC introduced a new concept. It is a franchise designation to very few fighters who are of an elite level. Fighters who are competing in different weight categories, fighters who have been in a situation where they are in a special place in the world, and the intention is to carry on and have the industry grow and not set back. So, with that said, we created this designation to allow those few fighters who move the industry forward to have that ability to land the biggest fights they land. We live in an era with multi-millionaire contracts, with world attention, with so many interesting fights that can be done, and the purpose of the franchise is not to get in the way of the big fights to take place. Haney won the interim title, and then when Lomachenko was named franchise, he then became the champion of the division and had a fight where he got injured. That's why he had a surgery. That's why he was placed in recess, because he needs time to recover. Once he's fully recovered, he will let us know if he will compete in lightweight or move up in weight, because he has been having trouble making the lightweight division. So it's a way of keeping the division moving. Luke Campbell, tremendous fight
against
Lomachenko for the WBC vacant title, and he was immediately put in a position to fight for the title against Fortuna. So this is, I think, if there's confusion, it is the less of the problem.
Yeah.
I rather see confusion or critics than holding on and being allowed to have fighters create a great career.
Yeah.
So now we have Lomachenko in a possibility to gain a huge fight. Teofimo Lopez. Now we have Luke Campbell, possibility of fighting for the world title, in position for a potential rematch, for a fight against Haney, for many other interesting fights. So I'm happy. I feel confident that this move is something good for the sport, and I appreciate if someone has critics and they don't like it, they have all the right to have their own opinion, and we accept it.
Just staying on Lomachenko, we spoke about obviously.
One last thing I'd like to say.
Yes, of course, yes.
Every single penny that is created from the franchise fights is going to medical research.
Okay, well, we didn't know that. Well, I didn't know that anyway.
For the Safety Boxing Task Force, for the weight management program, which is a huge problem, and for the anti-doping worldwide, the clean boxing program.
Well, that's brilliant. That's absolutely good news. I think boxing fans will be happy with that. You mentioned Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko. Obviously, Lomachenko's the franchise champion. He's the WBA and the WBO. If he
That's another thing.
But if he gets the IBF, is he undisputed?
Absolutely undisputed. Yes, he is undisputed. Because
he is the franchise champion. But obviously, Haney's the WBC champion.
But which one of the WBA titles he has?
Which one? Lomachenko?
Yeah.
Is it the regular?
I don't know. But then, if you have one organization that has super, regular, interim, and you call that unification, then what's all this hype about a franchise not being unified?
Okay.
Do I make sense?
Yes. It does, yeah.
So let's compare apples to apples, not apples to oranges.
Yeah.
We are just doing the right thing to make the great fights happen.
Luke Campbell, I'm going to go on my if Luke Campbell wins to become WBC champion, Haney decides to stay at lightweight, would you force a fight between Haney and Luke Campbell to basically see who is the champion? Because obviously Haney will be the recess and Luke will be the champion.
Yeah,
so
when there's a champion in recess, there is many times it's consistent to give that fighter who's coming back a tune-up to check how his situation is. Or could go directly with the champion. We don't have the time, so it also has to do with the timing.
Definitely. Could you pick that belt up, Mauricio? Was that too heavy for you? Can you do that?
No, I can do. I'm strong.
Are you strong? You're fighting fit? Oh, that's some size. Look at that. How long did that take to make?
It take a long time.
I bet it did. Wow.
It's a very difficult process, handmade, but it's
lovely.
You see the ceramics of Tyson Fury?
Oh, down there, yeah. We've got your father, Tyson Fury. I'm guessing Wilder's on this side?
Yes. Wilder is on this side. Muhammad Ali. Wilder. And Fox Sports.
Wow. The two networks as well on either side.
Right.
Beautiful. Well, Mauricio,
thank you very much.
No, thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Pleasure, and look forward to Saturday night.
Absolutely.
Good man. Thank you very much, Mauricio.
Thank you.